if I hit the go live button. Guess what? We're going to say it again. How about now? All right, so hilarious enough. We've had so many technical difficulties. I just gave my whole spiel to a computer screen without being live, so we're going to try this one more time. All right, great. I'm getting a thumbs up from the people out here, so we're going to get started. I just wanted to give a quick thank you to Vincent Lighting Systems and Martin Lighting for making this event possible. They've donated some wonderful gear free of charge, and they've allowed this night to be possible. Crossroads Church as well. I just want to say thank you to them for letting us use this space. We weren't able to have this at CCM as usual, but they've been very gracious to let us have programming time, previs time, all kinds of stuff in the space throughout the week. It's been great. So this project is something we do every other year called BAMM. It is the TDMP CCM lighting students project for moving light programming to, and they get a little bit of time, probably about 2 to 3 weeks, to kind of see the file, previs, get ready, and then this last week they get a little time on the console, and then they just have to perform it as is. So they've put a lot of work into this. We hope you all enjoy it. I'm going to stop talking because you've all waited long enough. So we're going to get started. Our first student is Christina Nowakowski. She is a senior, so we're going to get started. All right, I'm going to shut up.
You
Way to go, Christina. So while our next student is getting set up on the console, you're going to hear my voice quite a few times tonight in between, just so we have a little buffer room for people to get on the console, be socially distant and safe, get the show loaded up. My name, by the way, I think I forgot to say earlier, I'm Nick Smith. I am currently taking over as an adjunct professor teaching our moving light programming the mic was All right, thank you, Christina. So, going to give just a little bit of a blurb while our next student gets set up. I don't think I said earlier, my name is Nick Smith. I am, yeah. The students laugh because I've only said the same thing 3 times without my mic being on. So, my name is Nick Smith. I am currently taking over as adjunct professor for moving light programming, which is the class that this project was created for. We do this every other year, BAMM, and in between those years we have a project called BOOM. The big difference between the two, BAMM is more specific to lighting students, and it is one project, one student. They're doing their own by themselves, programming to a song that they have given me some selections, and I choose which I think will give them a good experience and a good programming challenge. And then they have a little bit of time with the console and only a very short amount of time in the space with the actual rig, but they have a wonderful previs setup that they've been using, and look, I think we are ready for the next. So I will go ahead and stop talking and we'll get started. Our next student is Natalia Carlson. What's up? Yes. Great. That's okay. It'll restart when I, yeah. Great. Natalia Carlson is a sophomore, and we will go ahead and let her get started. All right. Thank you, Natalia. Another wonderful, wonderful job. These students are doing a great job, especially for this is only their third project on this console for some of them. A few students have used this console before, but a lot of them, this is one of their first real programming times live. So it's wonderful to see these. I wish y'all could see them in person, but we do thank you for being with us on the stream and bearing with us through this process. I know it's a little different than in previous years, but we're glad that we were able to still put it on and allow these students an opportunity to show off their skills and to practice and get some real world applicative experience. So our next student is Taylor Durantini. She is a junior lighting student. So let's see, what else can I say about this project? They, on their pre-visualization software, it looks nothing like it does in the room. And the students laugh because they know that once they got in with the rig, they had about 2.5 hours to really just play and adjust things and get ready. But coming in from seeing, moving lights wiggle around on a computer screen and then seeing them live in the space, a lot of things can change. The moving lights, the colors, the intensities, everything looks different. And it can take quite a bit of adjustments to really make it look how you envisioned it in your mind. So that's another great skill to have, especially in the concert world. I know some people use it for theater as well. There are different programs to pre-visualize for events like that as well. But it is definitely a great skill to have, and it's something that the students have been able to do in leaps and bounds this year, and it's really been a great experience to be able to have those resources to allow them the ability to do so. Give me 1 second. We got some troubleshooting to do. All right. I think we're just about sorted out here. Ready to go? Awesome. All right. So again, this is Taylor Durantini.
Did I say something wrong? Did you hear what I was thinking? Did I talk way too long when I told you all my feelings that night? Is it you? Is it me? Did you find somebody better? Someone who isn't me? 'Cause I know that I was never your type, never really your type. Overthinking's got me drinking, messing with my head. Whoa. Tell me what you hate about me. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I know I can be dramatic, but everybody said we had it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm coming to terms with a broken heart. I guess that sometimes good things fall apart. When you said it was real, guess I really did believe you. Did you fake how you feel when we walked down by the river that night? That night when we fogged up the windows in your best friend's sometimes good things fall apart. Overthinking's got me drinking, messing with my head. Tell me what you hate about me. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. I know I can be dramatic, but everybody said we had it. I'm coming to terms with a broken heart. I guess that sometimes good things fall apart.
All right. Thank you, Taylor. Another another great. I'm gonna have to say it every time now because they're just gonna blow me away with each one. I haven't been able to see every one of these. I've seen little bits and pieces that I've snuck in and out of the building, but this is my first time seeing a lot of these as well, and it's just amazing to see. I get the insider view of seeing their first projects and then moving on to this, not maybe 3 months later, and the difference that they've made in their programming is amazing. It's and it's only going to continue to get better. Like I said, this is a lot of these students' first time programming this large of a rig and on this console as well. There are, let's see, I believe there are somewhere in the ballpark of 60, 70 moving heads, and then there are over 100 different LED fixtures in the space. So we're sitting at a count of about 160-ish fixtures this year, which I believe is one of the larger BAMM rigs that we've ever had. Again, wouldn't have been possible without Vincent Lighting Systems, Martin Lighting, and Crossroads Church has provided some of their gear from other sites to this Uptown location as well. So it's made this an even better experience for everybody than I think anyone thought possible during this crazy year. So a little bit about our next student, Vincent Vandeliste. He is a sophomore lighting student. You'll see a lot of the students in here are sophomores. There's a couple upperclassmen, and then we have just one TA who's a grad student, and we have 3 other grad students that are in the class as well. But a majority undergrad, so even more impressive when you see some of these projects. But Vincent's giving me the thumbs up, so we'll go ahead and get started.
Come up to the club, get your spirit on loud. Queenie said the king don't deserve her crown. You sanctified.
alive, keeping up on eyes, humanize, enterprise. Galvanize, stabilize, revolutionize, polarize, empathize. Everything is alright, style right, moonlight, now I'm gonna make it right. Speaking up there, catch you on the way, gonna freak out, set the world alight, give me some of that. Luminosity, reciprocity, living like a honeybee, never sting that. Typically, animosity is never gonna set you free when you like that. My reality is like an apple tree, got a fruit drop, guarantee that. But I'm never gonna cut that generosity from the slack when it's real talk, gonna give back. Wiggle.
Come up to the club, get your spirit on loud. Queen said the king don't deserve her crown. You sanctify, don't justify. Fire up another shot, gonna hit the ground. Music's in my blood, so the bullet don't count. When the tax is sky, but when they gonna party when we all fall down?
Catalyze, syphilize, alchemize, gotta recognize, utilize. Mobilize, civilize, I'm optimize, fossilize, equalize. Everything is fine, I'm plain sight, black and white, now I'm singing in the night. Speaking out there, better beware, gotta stand up, gotta make it right. I've been sick of that reciprocity, have a cup of tea, living life a quarantine, never see ya. But I'm a guarantee to make it sound all around, hit the ground, never fall flat. I'm privileged to mitigate, saturated, accelerated, and figurated, gotta throw that ball, never gonna come back, sing a symphony to a free when it's real talk, never get mad.
All right, everybody, that was Vincent Vandeliste. I heard some comments, or saw some comments that nobody could hear me, so maybe I'm talking into the void. Who knows? If anyone in the chat's like, hey, we can hear Nick now, that would be great. But otherwise, I'll keep talking and assume that people can. So our next student is going to be Rama Van Gils. He is a sophomore as well. Yes, great, sophomore. So a lot of sophomores in this class. Great. We can hear you. Wonderful. Love it. We love to see it when technology works correctly. Again, apologize for getting started a little bit late, but technology always likes to be a little temperamental in the moments that we need it the most. Great. So, all right, I'm getting a thumbs up. So we will get started with Rama.
time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is... The point cannot be explained in words.
All right. Great job, Rama. Well, our next student gets set up. You get to hear my lovely voice again. Hopefully, at some point during the night, I'll set the gain right. As somebody said earlier, it's a great thing that I'm not the sound teacher, because if so, these students would be struggling. But very proud of all of our students tonight. They've put in a lot of hours, a lot of long nights. We only had a limited amount of time in the space, so some of the hours that we've been working have just been crazy, which is not unheard of in the entertainment industry, but I know, especially when you're trying to juggle other classes, other projects, etc., it can get a little crazy. So just want to say thank you to all the students for hanging in there and putting out some really great work. Our next student is Paige Bauman. Great, I'm getting a thumbs up already. She is a junior, and I'll go ahead without any further ado.
Pulling down back streets deep in your head, slipping through dreamland like a Taurus. Pulling down back streets deep in your head, slipping through dreamland like a Taurus. That first friend you had, that worst thing you said, that perfect moment, that last tear you shed, all you done in bed, all memories, all around your head, all around your head. Down back streets deep in your head, slipping through dreamland like a torrent. Pulling down back streets deep in your head, slipping through dreamland like a torrent. You've had too much of the digital love. You want everything live. You want things you can touch. Make it feel like a movie you saw in your youth. Make it feel like that song that just unopened you. You were 10 years old, holding hands in the classroom. He had a gun on the first day of highs. You want something bizarre on conceptual cars. You want girls dressed in drag. You want boys with guitars. Pulling down black streets deep in your head, slipping through dreamland like a tide. Pulling down black streets deep in your head, slipping through dreamland like a tide. You see gold and chrome, you see pink and gold, you see low highland glow, you see in airplane mode. Around your head, around your head, around your head, around your head. You float in the pool where the soundtrack is canned. You go ask your questions like what makes a man. Oh, it's 2020, so it's time to change that. So you go make an album and call it Dreamland.
Wonderful job, Paige. I always love the every once in a while to have a little bit of a slower tempo song. It's great when we have, you know, a little bit of variety in there instead of every student picking the most high energy, loud rockin' song they can find. So I always appreciate when we get something a little bit more unique, and that was definitely in that vein. I also want to take a quick second to thank a sound grad, Zach Ivins, a third-year sound grad at CCM, for helping to get our setup ready for tonight. He provided some equipment along with our sound professor, Matthew Tibbs, and helped to get everything connected, ready to go, and any faults you hear are purely my own, not his, so nobody go blaming Zach. Our next student is Aiden Bizark. He is a junior as well, and he's giving me a thumbs up, so we will get started.
She's a killer queen, gunpowder gelatine, dynamite with a laser beam. She keeps a Moet Chandon in a pretty cabinet. Let them eat cake, she says, just like Marie Antoinette. A built-in remedy for crash coughing Kennedy. Anytime an invitation you can't decline. Caviar and cigarettes, well-versed in etiquette, extraordinarily nice. She's a killer queen, gunpowder gelatine, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind. Anytime. I recommend it at the price, insatiable in appetite.
Awesome. Thank you, Aiden. So, we've been really working this past semester on a lot of basic skills, a lot of generic syntax, keystrokes, getting used to console. But another thing that we've really tried to focus in and hone is the ability to cue specifically to music. It's very easy to uh, go by a basic structure of verse, chorus, verse, but we've been looking for even more than that. Picking specific instruments out, dynamics, crescendos, staccato, anything that they can pick out. And it's not every day that you find a lighting student that has an amazing ear either. Sometimes it can be a struggle to latch onto those things, but all the students are really killing that skill this year. So our next student is Tal Kochev, and he is a sophomore. Yes, great, nods, and he looks ready to go, so I'll go ahead and let him get started.
In a deep sleep, awakened by the dragons, kept you hidden here with me. Was not prepared for a dead end. Take me downtown tonight. I want to forget. I want lights to blind me. I want to disappear. Oh, DJ, ease my mind, will you play that song again? 'Cause we were in love before the rain began. And if I cry, I cover my ears. Take me downtown tonight. I want to forget. I want lights to blind me. I want to disappear. Oh, DJ, ease my mind, will you play that song again? 'Cause we were in love before the rain began. And if I cry, I cover my ears. Oh, DJ.
All right. Thank you, Tall. So, another little interesting facet of this project is the fact that these students, while they prevised and programmed and had a little bit of time in the space, they've actually time coded these pieces. So what that means, for those of you who don't speak theater, is that they have taken their song and their audio file and run it into the lighting console in order to be able to link up the two. So they simply play their audio track, and once they've recorded their time code into the console, it plays back automatically with the track. Yes. All right. Thanks for standing by, everybody. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think we got it sorted out. Our next student is Stanley, a first-year lighting grad. So this is the first of the grad students. And I think they're ready, so I'm going to go ahead and let them get started.
Sugar City, come home. Visit on the weekend, willing on a weekday. You kidding? Come on. Fed up with the prepaid, looking for a keepsake. Count no emerald line. Dying for a card on my sleeve. I'm the gambling kind. Higher stakes and brighter days. I'll play. I'll make a deal with you if all you want is not to leave love to run amok. Call me when it lands. Hit me up when you're close. Call me when you can. Call me when you're close. Sugar City, pretty magic. Got me good vibes, thank God I ain't driving traffic. Vision blur, blue bleed, and that's a blackout ladder. It don't matter anyhow. I'm climbing, keep my good vibes in check. Coast for cool climates in common. We got good friends, roll light on split ends. Pretty magic, traffic addicts. Now I don't really know where you stay at. Can I get an address? Never mind, my phone dead, forget it. I don't really know where to bake that unless you're trying to get in. In which case my phone dead, forget it. I never answer calls when I'm in the kitchen cooking. It's just a thing. It's how that I never call back when my friends looking at me in the car 'cause it be all they wanna talk about. Are you trying to get a deal? A deal? A deal. Sorry on the real. But my eyes and my ears don't work well, and the floor keeps sliding on my heels. I can't can't feel, am I still dreaming? The skull on the table is still life. Is it still life? What's the meaning? Are we still dealing? Feel like I can't act right. Alright, sugar, city, pretty, magic. Got me good vibes, thank God I ain't driving traffic. Vision, blur, blue, leaving. That's a blackout ladder. It don't matter anyhow. I'm climbing, keep my good vibes and check posts. So cool climbing, same kind. We got good friends, so life split ends. Pretty magic, traffic addicts. I'll make a deal with you if all you want is not to leave love, to run them all. Call me when it lands, hit me up when you're cold. Call me when you can. Call me when you When were you planning on coming my way? I've been here waiting all damn day to turn the lights down low. Turn the table on you. Will you keep all that you came with and more? I'd play your game, but I don't know where far. Put the table on. Every table I love. And oh, call me when it lands. Hit me up when you're cold. When you know you want.
All right. Thank you, Stanley. So, it was funny. I saw somebody made a comment. Give the students extra credits for having good taste. And you're not wrong. I don't think that there's a song in the bunch that I don't like, and maybe I'm biased because I ultimately got to choose them, but they did give 3 different selections about which song they wanted to use, and then I pick from the 3 that they give me to decide, kind of based on what I think lends itself most to be a challenge for the students. So based on the previous project they've worked, the things that I think they need to have a little bit more experience with, and we go from there. But they all are wonderful pieces. Oh man, I hope that some of the students are watching their streams along with me, because these comments are great. I feel like I should narrate to them, but yeah, and somebody said, great. Our next student, I'll go ahead and stop because our next student's ready. Elena Pizzaferato is another lighting grad, first year, and she's going to go ahead and get started.
I thought we had a place, just our place, home base, my space. Was you in our ways, but that phase has been phased in our place. I see it on your face, a small trace, a blank slate, we've been erased. Ready for way too faded to fight. You can can stay one more night. Say, we said we both thought harder than we knew we could go. But still the hardest part is knowing when to let go. You wanted to go higher, higher, higher. Burn too bright, now the fire's gone. But you don't fall down. My short fuse, my truths are not amused. I wish we had a clue to start new. A white moon, no residue. The color of our mood is all rude. A cold you, we're not immune. But if we're way too faded to fight, you can stay one more night. We said we both thought harder than we knew we could go. But still the hardest part is knowing when to let go. You wanted to go higher, higher, higher. Burn too bright, now the fire's gone. She don't fall down.
All right. Great job, Elena. So, there were a couple questions I skimmed through. No bonus points for laughing, and now because you said it, I'm gonna be stone faced for the rest of the time. Also, Sharon, yes, thank you. The plan is to have this somewhere available. We are recording it in addition to the live stream, so we will make that available pending when and where. But I did want to say thank you again. We are about at the halfway point. For those of you keeping track of time, it looks like we'll finish up hopefully around 8 o'clock. So you're all aware. I would say I'm sorry for keeping you all late here, but the fact remains that most of you are probably in your pajamas at home. So I think you can let that one slide. Our next student, Jason Bowden, is also a junior. He's getting set up, so we'll get started soon. But one nice thing about having no audience in the space is that we're able to utilize the entirety of the room, which has been wonderful. It allows for a lot more depth, and you're not getting blinded quite as badly from the lights, and we're able to really fill the space with light in a way that isn't always possible in the venues at CCM. So I think this has been a great opportunity. Again, thank you, Crossroads. And it's just a gorgeous space. The architecture in here is wonderful. It's unlike any of the other venues. It's got great artwork around. Yeah, 1 second. More technical stuff. Great. All right. We're ready to get started with Jason.
And now that it's over, I'll never be sober. I couldn't believe, but now I'm so high. And now that it's over, I'll never be sober. I couldn't believe, but now I'm so high. But now I'm so high. But now I'm so high. Now I'm so high. Girl, what's your problem? 'Cause I know it's hard sometimes. Maybe just give it some time. Oh, honey, now, girl, we can solve them. If you just give me some time, I can open up your mind. If you let it shine, you can free your mind. 'Cause I know, and now that it's over, I'll never be sober. I couldn't believe, but now I'm so high. And now that it's over, I'll never be sober. I couldn't believe, but now I'm so high. 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 Girl, if it's done right, well, you know it's got to be something wonderful to me. Oh, honey, now, girl, give it one night. If you just give it a chance, loving you is not my plan. 'Cause I know one day you'll see all the things that we can be. Oh, no, no, no. And now that it's over, I'll never be sober. I wanna be the only one. Oh, now I'm so high. And now that it's over, I'll never be sober. But now I'm so
Yeah.
high. And now that it's over, I'll never be sober. I couldn't believe, but now I'm so high. 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 Oh, now I'm so
All right. Thank you, Jason. Great job. Um, so yeah, seeing all kinds of comments. The amount of equipment and the variety of the equipment that the students are able to use this year has really been great. They have everything from source for par incandescent type fixtures to LED strips, LED pars, to LED moving lights, and arc sources, of course, strobes, all kinds of equipment. And we've got many different types with many different qualities and capabilities, which has been one of the challenges for the students is to try out equipment that they may have never used before. And so getting used to what are the capabilities of each piece of equipment so that they are being utilized as best as they possibly can for each piece. Our next student is Nina Helvis. She is a third-year grad student, and she is helping to TA the class. So I told her, even though she won't get a formal grade for this, she could go ahead and have fun on the console as a reward for being so great last semester.
I'm alone, only know myself no more. Take it to the grave, I'll ghost. I know I can be so cold. In the dark, where I like to keep my heart. No more bite, no bark. Like to catch you way off guard. I'll stay so deep inside your brain and take you somewhere far away. Time to roll the dice, you know I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die. Type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Alive, but I'm dead, hear my voice up in your head. Watch it fill you full of dread till you go. Is it really a surprise if I'm playing with your mind and I treat you like a prize, then I throw you to the side? And am I really that bad if I love to make you mad and get happy when you're sad? Only care about a bad in control. That's how I like it, and I'm never letting go. Nah, never had a soul, so you ain't taking nothing from me when you go. Nah, I'll stay so deep inside your brain and take you somewhere far away. Time to roll the dice, you know I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die. Type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. But I'm dead, you know what's up in your head. Watch it fill you full of dread till you go. Bang, bang, you can do anything. No fear, no pain. Listen to your brain go stupid, go dumb, go stupid, and then we go insane. Whoa. Just do what I say, follow me, I like the way. Time to roll the dice, you know I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die. Type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I said. I'm straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Life, but I'm dead, hear my voice up in your head. Watch it fill you full of dread till you go.
All right. Thank you, Nina. That was great. Like I said, not actually a student of the class, but has been helping out loads and has done a wonderful job. And I think this is actually not her first time on the console, but maybe her first time doing a rig of this scale as well. So good experience for all. But you may have noticed the use of video screens in a couple of these. That was not a requirement for the night, but if any students felt particularly adventurous, some might consider that crazy, but they were allowed to do so and put some content up on the video walls as well to try to integrate into the piece. So for those students who've done that, they've done well, and gives them a little extra view into the entertainment world. Great. Our next student is Alex Mason. He is a second year lighting grad, and he looks ready. So I'll go ahead and let him start. All right. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, for those of you who weren't aware, I know there's a lot of stuff going. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet, Prokofiev, uh, lot of fun stuff and music in that show. Wonderful ballet, um, and yeah, it's fun to have a little bit of classical music and some easy listing occasionally mixed in here as well. But yeah, also for those of you asking, the as Sharon said, the video panels are part of Crossroads, so they live here. But glad that we got to incorporate them into some of the pieces. Is definitely been a nice addition. And the seats and everything, yes, they were all taken out during load in. The first couple hours was just moving seats, so we had a blast. But it's been a great time. Our next student, Kate Ingram, and she is a sophomore. Yes, awesome. And she looks ready, so here we go. We're going to take one more stab at that. We're going to double check our console real quick, and we'll start again in just a second. Oh, we love some big band swing. Thank you, Kate. That was great. Um, yeah. Let's see. You know, it couldn't be live entertainment without a few technical glitches here and there, but we're plowing right through, and we're taking care of business. I again would just love to shout out to those of you who are joining late, to Vincent Lighting Systems and Martin Lighting. Again, could not be possible without them. As somebody asked, could the awkward black spots be cut out of the video? They sure can, and I'm sure that we will have the opportunity to do a little bit of editing and make this look all nice and neat when we do put it out there. Our next student, Deontay Mercado, is, I believe, another sophomore. Yes, a lot of sophomores, and they are showing great work tonight. I'm very proud of all of them. They have, like I said, come a long way. Let him get loaded up here. Great. Looks like we got a thumbs up. We will get started.
No, Billy, I haven't done that dance since my wife died.
There's a whole crowd of people out there who need to learn how to do the scarn.
Don't ask questions you don't wanna know. Learn my lesson way too long ago. To be talking to you, Belladonna. Should've taken a break, not an Oxford comma. Take what I want when I wanna, and I want you. Bad news. One of us is gonna lose. I'm the powder, you're the fuse. Just add some friction. You are my strange addiction. You are my strange addiction. My doctors can't explain my symptoms or my pain, but you are my strange addiction.
got pride. We got pride. We birth kings. We birth kings. We birth tribes. We birth tribes. Holy river. Holy river. Holy tongue. Holy tongue. Speak the glory. Glory. Feel the love. Feel the love. Motherland, motherland, drip on me. Hey, hey, hey. Motherland, motherland, drip on me. Hey, hey, hey. I can't forget my history. It's her story. Motherland drip on me. Motherland, motherland drip on me. Here we come on our throne sitting high. Follow my parade. Black parade.
Awesome job, Deontay. Another student using some video content. And the cool thing about that piece in particular and one earlier, Rama, they came to me and asked, hey, we don't necessarily have one single song in mind. Is it okay if we do a medley or a mix? And, I was like, sure, put some stuff together and send it my way. So they made their own mix of music and came up with these great mashups of a bunch of different genres that flow together so well. You can't beat Beyonce and The Office mixed together in one song. I don't know how, but they do go together quite well. All right, our next student, Samuel Wilson, another sophomore. Let him get set up here. Yeah, I also just want to thank the students for being extremely flexible during this time. We did have an interesting experience. Somebody said earlier the power cut out at about 9 p.m. Last night as Deontay was programming. He had got in for about 15 minutes, and our entire block lost power. So it was a fun time, but the students were great. They all pulled some time together to give him appropriate time on the rig. So it's been great. All right, looks like Samuel's all ready, so we'll let him get started. All right, we're going to go ahead and give that a take 2 as well. Give us just 1 second. All right, we're going to go one more time with that. Awesome job, Samuel. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really enjoying the format this year simply because of the fact that I get to interact with you all a lot more. Watching this live chat is giving me life. I think normally we all just sit back in the audience and just let it happen, but this is great that we have this interactive quality about this event this year. Um, all right. And our next student, Ian McIntosh, he is another junior, and he looks all ready to go. So without further ado, Ian. All right, thank you, Ian. So it's really fun to see all of the different effects that the students are able to come up with for these lighting fixtures. Another really cool use of the way that we've got these instruments laid out is the capability to do pixel maps. Again, for those of you who may not know, pixel map is essentially a layout view of the fixtures, especially LED or fixtures that have more than one pixel involved. So think the big bright strips on the towers, and you can lay them out in such a way that you can actually map video content over the top of them and play that video content back through the fixtures. So creates a lot of interesting opportunities and a lot of interesting effects that might otherwise be very time consuming to create on your own. Great. Our next student is Sydney Hunt, and we're all ready to go. So let's get started.
I never trust a narcissist, but they love me. So I play them like a violin, and I make it look oh so easy. Cause for every lie I tell them, they tell me 3. This is how the world works. Now all he thinks about is me. I can feel the flames on my skin, crimson red paint on my lips. If a man talks shit, then I owe him nothing. I don't regret it one bit, cause he had it coming. They say I did something bad, then why's it feel so good? They say I did something bad, then why's it feel so good? Most fun I ever had, and I do it over and over and over again if I could. It just felt so good, I never trust a playboy, but they love me. So I fly them all around the world, and I let them think they saved me. They never see it coming, what I do next. This is how the world works. You gotta leave before you get left. I can feel the flames on my skin. He says don't throw away a good thing, but if he drops my name, then I owe him nothing. And if he spends my change, then he had it coming. They say I did something bad, then why's it feel so good? They say I did something bad, then why's it feel so good? Most fun I ever had, and I do it over and over and over again if I could. It just felt so good, It just felt so good. They're burning all the witches, even if you aren't one. They got their pitchforks and proof, their receipts and reasons. They're burning all the witches, even if you aren't one. So light me up, light me up, light me up. Go ahead and light me up, light me up, light me up, light me up, light me up. They say I did something bad, and why's it feel so good? So good. They say I did something bad, and why's it feel so good? Most fun I ever had, and I do it over and over and over again if I could. It just felt so good, You say I did something bad, why's it feel so good, so good? Why's it feel so good? Why's it feel so good? It just felt so good.
Great job. So we are going to take just a hot second. Our battery on our camera is looking just a little low, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it. And I don't want you all to miss anything, so we'll be right back. Great. I think we're all back up and ready to go. So, our next student, Will Baker, another junior, and he looks all ready with that time it took me to get the camera going, so we'll let him go ahead and get started.
My new address is hard to remember, so I wrote it on the back of my hand. 'Cause I leave the nest this coming December to make it as a grown man. I'm not to lose, I only defenders. I'm packing up whatever I can. Been waiting for today, but all I can think to say is, oh no, don't throw out my Legos. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Oh no, don't throw out my Legos. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Can we keep my Legos at home? 'Cause I wanna move out, I don't wanna move on. People want shirts with the brand name on it, and suddenly we ain't so bad. Saved up enough to rent an apartment far away from mom and dad. My Christmas card looks like a mugshot, 'cause suddenly I'm getting sad. Been waiting for today, but all I can think to say is, oh no, don't throw out my Legos. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Oh no, don't throw out my Legos. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Can we keep my Legos at home? 'Cause I wanna move out, I don't wanna move on. Can we keep my Legos at home? 'Cause I wanna move out, I don't wanna move on. It's cold out there, you're standing there. You're trying to face your greatest fear. You're shivering, you're trembling. It's warm in here, so come back in. Oh no, don't go out my Legos. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Oh no, don't throw out my Legos. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Oh no, don't throw out my Legos. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Oh no, I'll come back when I'm grown. It won't be the same, no. I can't even go home, go home. Can we keep my Legos at home? 'Cause I wanna move out, I don't wanna move on.
Awesome job, Will. So, we've reached a point in the night where we're done with students. So, I want to say thank you to all of them for a great great show tonight, and a wonderful effort from all of them. I wouldn't be myself if I didn't take this opportunity to program a song myself. So, there's one more piece. It's by me. Don't judge.
Teleportation, or the ability to transport a person or object instantly from one place to another, is a technology that could change the course of civilization and alter the destiny of nations. Teleportation would change everything. Teleportation. 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 Teleportation.
All right. Well, everyone, we have reached the end of our live stream. Again, just want to thank everyone for being here. Again, we will try to get this up on recording as soon as possible. I will let you know when and where that will be. But yeah, we look forward to bringing a lot more content like this as many times as possible, even through a pandemic. These students have been amazing. I want to thank each and every one of them for making this a great time. So thank you all, and we will see you soon.